driver, step back here to me. Come on back here for me. Come on back. How you doing today? Come on back here, keep your hands out of your pockets. Keep your hands out of your pockets, sir. Sir.
Here I am. You son of fucking ass.
Come here.
1 2 1 2.
Sir, come here. 37 Radio 1078. Come here, sir. Sir, get back.
Where are you from?
1 2 1 2.
Sir, get back. Now, get back. Get back. Sir, get back now.
Freestyle.
Get back.
Fuck you.
Sir, get back.
No.
I'm telling you now. Get back, sir. Shit, stop now.
Left side. Left side.
Eyes of insanity and rage. This was the pathway that JPEG Mafia would follow in the beginning of his career. He had a severe hatred for the police and a low tolerance for racism, as seen in his early mixtapes, Communist Slow Jams, where the lyrics were just rage, hate-induced, and predominantly targeted at white officers. In this video, these topics and more will be discussed to identify how the power trip from popularity affected his reputation. During the introduction of JPEG Mafia's transition from a depressed and mentally ill mess to a loud, brutally honest maniac with no remorse for anyone, some of the traits seen within Peggy's personality were being loud, brutally honest, hate-filled, outcasted, rage-induced artist, and those were just some words we'd use to describe Peggy's sound from this time. So now that we've established that we're in the rebellion era of Peggy, I believe it is best to start from his first album. To say that Peggy was mentally stable in this era would be a lie, as during this time JPEG Mafia said some outrageous lines in his verses and even sampled something that would eventually reach him on the news attention. Starting from Communist Slow Jams in Stoop, the opening track, he raps, "Fuck love, I spit hate crimes." As we move on to Dope Lyrics, which is the most brutal song he has, and an intro that goes, "I used to be into dope, but now I'm into racism, no feelings, straight killer bro." Then he states, so according to Genius Annotation, are black people who fail to recognize white discrimination and unknowingly support it. His bridge to the chorus is, later he says, talking about oppressed, man, these cacks don't know what oppressed is. According to the Genius Annotation, white people in America don't truly know what it's like to be oppressed due to the systematic racism. We only watch from the sidelines as innocent black people get their lives taken. Okay, so that is the first two songs with cherry-picked lyrics. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and say that JPEG Mafia is an extreme racist. Let me provide some facts. The percentage of white on black crime to black on white crime is heavy on the black on white crime. In the United States, there were 3,464,231 deaths in 2021. Of those, 2,548,809 deaths were white people, followed up by black people with 449,764. Now, regardless of your ethnicity, death is a traumatic thing, but for JPEG to blame white people for all the problems and systematic racism, now, that used to be a thing in the 90s and prior, but in the modern day, there is no clear systematic racism against black people. Anyway, this was a time when JPEG was calling white people crackers and says he is into racism. The irony is crazy. He complains about racism and then says he enjoys it. Make up your mind. During this time, he was just trying to get some shock factor out of his lyrics, similar to Tyler on Bastard and Goblin. From JPEG's equivalent of Goblin to his equivalent of Cherry Bomb, Black Ben Carson has some great songs on it like Drake Era and 27 Club, and his most energetic song All Caps No Spaces. However, that is not the reason why this album is on the video. No. Actually, it is here because of track 12 on the album, I Just Killed a Cop, Now I'm Horny. What a song title. So engaging. What's so bad about this song besides the title? Well, if you listen to the song in the intro, it was sampled from a dashcam video of a cop getting shot to death. Now, if that wasn't dark enough for you, you can hear every plead for help and scream as the sounds of bullets can be heard within the background. If this topic is too dark for you, go check out my other videos. This was the final straw, as this was what got JPEG Mafia on the news. People weren't happy with the sample, and rightfully so. It seems that his experience in the army played a role in his psychotic hatred for the cops and white people. Also, at the time, the BLM movement was in action. But yeah, this was the peak of racism for JPEG Mafia. The title of the album was also a taunt at Benjamin Carson, a neurosurgeon who was wasting his melanin endorsing Trump. Honestly, probably better than Joe Biden because he just sidetracks on a topic every 3 seconds.
I think us as Americans need to change because the aliens and when a bird flies to the top branch. Thank you.
Although at this time he wasn't in a good headspace, this was where some of the prime production is seen. All the songs besides the controversial ones had good samples that were mixed and mastered to perfection. I love Peggy's musical capabilities from the time, however the lyrics and severe hate speech was just too hard to listen to or support. Early Peggy, fresh out of the transition, was a controversial time in his career where he was unapologetically racist and blasphemous lyrics. However, nowadays he has matured a bit. Thank you for watching part 2. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing so we can hit 100 subscribers, and JPEG dropped a new song on the Devin Hendrix page, so check it out. Thanks for watching. Cheers.